Yo, what's up, guys? So for today, I have a client interview with my guy Daniel, who joined our VIP group about 2 months ago and grew his bankroll by over 100 units. So enjoy. What's up, Daniel?
How's it going, man?
Going great. So the first question I wanted to ask you is, how did you end up finding out about our group, Elite Picks DFS?
Yeah, I actually found it through your like post on Instagram. There wasn't anyone who referred me or anything, just found it naturally.
Awesome. It's actually pretty interesting. Most people actually find us from YouTube, it seems like. So that's great to hear. For those of you watching on YouTube right now, we have over 200K on Instagram. The username is at NFL Poll Nation, which is what he's referring to. And where are you from, Daniel? What do you typically do for work?
Yeah, originally from California, but I've lived in Colorado for the last 20 years, and I'm a lead project manager for a painting company out here.
Gotcha. And how much have you made since joining the group, copying the strategies in units, dollars, whatever you prefer?
Yeah, I've gone up, I'd say $700 since I joined, and it's not even been 2 months.
Awesome. And then are you doing larger units? Because some people might join and be doing like 100, $200 slips. So to some people, that might not seem like a crazy amount.
Yeah, no, I'm doing my average. The unit that I have set for my ticket account is $5.
So you went from $5 units and ran it all the way up to 700 so far in just 2 months.
Yeah, because I used to do only sports books pretty much. Like I've been betting for a little over a year and only use sports books. And then through the group decided to start downloading some of the daily fantasy type betting apps. And so when I had opened all of those accounts, I think total across all five accounts that or four accounts that I use, I deposited maybe 120, 150, and my total account value is now is almost 1,000 across all of them.
Dude, that's awesome. Really happy to hear. So what do you think would be, just out of curiosity, like the biggest change for you from before you joined to now? Because obviously, to most people watching, they might think we might just have went on a hot streak. And of course, maybe we did at some parts, but do you think there was anything that really stuck out about our group that's changed for you in terms of your sports betting?
Honestly, I really think that it is consistency. Like I said, I've been doing it for about a year, but up until a couple months ago, it was all just sports books, and it was just like emotional betting on teams I liked or whatever it was, or just playing the odds, and not doing it very well with like very little research. And I got lucky last year, and that's why I continued it this year. But since joining the group, I think the biggest thing that's changed is like betting on true value and like
Yeah.
discounted picks, things like that, making a really big difference on being consistent.
Yeah, for sure. I would say that's probably the biggest thing about us that most people don't expect. They join and they think we're gonna like just be taking the big name players and stuff, and it's completely the opposite. We're a lot of the times we're betting on weird and like small markets, like NBA. It'll be some guy to get him like blocks and steals. It'll be in the NFL. It'll be like the third string receivers less than yards or something weird. But like where the value is, we just take it, and it's a math-based group essentially, which is
Yeah.
very different from a lot of my social media content, actually, and I've said this before on interviews, but I make a lot of my social media content as a mix of math and entertainment because I tried to make content doing completely math-based stuff for like a few years and nobody watched because it was just really boring. But so I tried to mix in some math, some entertainment now, and then our group inside the Discord, obviously where you're inside, is completely math-based. So glad to
Yeah.
hear that you've enjoyed that so far. And I have two more questions for you. One will just be, what would you say to anyone that's on the fence at the moment?
It's totally worth it, especially if you're getting like if you're newer to getting any of these daily fantasy apps too, like the ability to get a free month or something to test it out. That's what I did, and then I didn't even let the amount of free subscription that I had to the group play out before I signed up to do the lifetime membership. Like I was just like, I don't even care. It's so worth it.
That's awesome, bro. And I'm gonna put your screenshots from your Pickett on screen here. I'll edit it on so people can see. And then the last question I have for you is, what's your favorite NFL team? And give me your Super Bowl prediction right now. Who versus who and who wins?
That's going to be tough because actually football's not really my biggest sport. It's one of my biggest sports that I bet on,
Okay.
but I watch a ton of hockey. And so if I'm picking favorite team, it'd probably have to be hometown where I was born, so Niners.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm based on how things are looking, I see the Bills going far, and I think that they could be a good contender. Um,
Gotcha.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
have I pay so much more attention to individual players because of betting than I do to team.
Got you. So let's pivot over to hockey real quick. Do you think McDavid's getting his cup in his last 2 years in Edmonton, or do you think, or do you think he's gone?
Honestly, I think it's definitely possible, and B, I really hope so for his sake. With how much of a legend he is and how much time he spent in the league, like I really hope for him that he
Yeah,
does,
I do too. And he took such a big pay cut. It's like how can you not build the team around him? You have 2 years, so it'll be fun to see. But
for sure.
we're gonna wrap up the interview there. Appreciate it, Daniel.
Yeah, have a go, man.